Hello, everyone, and welcome to class. Our topic today is Introduction to Website Authoring. Now, this is a class, this particular class is a practical class, okay? So, basically, what we will be covering in our practical session of ICT is Introduction to Website Authoring. We'll be learning how to design websites. But before we go into um, the designing proper, we really need to know the concerns. One of it is web page. A web page is a set of data or information which is designed to be viewed as part of a website. Web pages may include text, sound, video, and still images. So just the way you have an exercise book and then a particular page is there. A web page is a page or is part of a website. It's a page on a website. I'm sure that is taken. A web page is a page on a website. Now, the next thing is website. A website is a collection of related web pages that are stored together and hosted by a web server. So we have a page on a website. We have a website collection of web pages. I'm sure we can move on. So the next one is web server. A server is a computer that runs websites. It is a computer program that distributes web pages as they are requisitioned. The basic objective of the web server is to store, process, and deliver web pages to the users. Now, this is what happens. I'm sure you are used to Microsoft Edge, Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, Chrome. All these are web browsers. They are browsers. And so when you're looking for anything, you just go to the browser and you type in the keyword. After typing in the keyword, the browser on its own cannot provide you with whatever you're looking for. It cannot give you that information. It will have to send it to the server. The server is what hosts or what houses your website. Okay. So by the time that your keyword is sent to the server, the server will now search for it, process it, and will give the feedback to your browser. The browser now displays it. So you can see that your browser is actually a messenger. It's just like a middleman. It's mediating between you, the user, and then the server. Okay. So some students confuse those terms. They mix up those terms. That's why I'm taking my time to explain it to you. A server is like a database that contains your website and every other website, whereas the browser is a program, it's a software that helps you to communicate with the server. Whatever it is that you're looking for, it will just deliver it to the server. When the server has processed it, it gives it back to your browser and your browser displays it for you. So that is how the communication goes. Now, the server and your browser, they're able to do all of this communication using many protocols. And then the predominant protocol is called Hypertext Transfer Protocol. This is what allows for the intercommunication of your browser and then the web server. Okay, I'm sure this is clear. Next, we'll be looking at HTML. Now, HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. So there are many text editors programs that we use for editing text. One of it is Dreamweaver. Then the very common one is your Notepad, the one you have on your system. So if you go to your search now and you type in Notepad, you will see the application open. It is an example of a text editor program. There are so many other programs like that. So HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It is the language that we use to create web pages. So any um, text editor program that you are using, any text editing program that you are using, by the time you have finished entering your text, If you want that text to be viewed on a browser as a web page, if you want it to be viewed on a browser, then you would have to save it with an extension called .htm or .html. Okay, so that is what allows your browser to see it as a web page, not an ordinary text. So basically, we use HTML to develop our content layer, our website. This is HTML is what we use for developing our web um, sites. I would have to stop here now. There is another video after this. So it contains more detailed explanation of every other term we need to know. Thank you.